let's leave the world of Star Wars and let's move on to something else and jump into something that's also under the Disney banner. Let's jump into some Avengers news. This is going to be real curious. Now, I don't know how Sean feels about some of this stuff, but we will see. We will hear. Well, I do know how Sean feels because I've watched his channel, but but something like this. So we will see. But filming is getting underway on Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday, and already there's leaks from the set with a video going up showing off a photo of what appears to be a garden courtyard turned battlefield covered in both small and large craters. The video, which appeared on the channel of YouTuber Unbox PhD, has speculated to showcase the site of an incursion as pieces of one Earth land on another as the worlds collide. If you go to this Dark Horizons article, the link is there. I clicked on it, watched a little bit of it. I'm not going to put it up here for people that don't want to see spoilers. The Russo brothers have previously indicated plans are in place to deal with the paparazzi, ranging from huge walls around sets to much of the film being shot in secure sound stages. Head over to YouTube to check out the video. Tom Hiddleston also recently spoke about reprising his Loki role for Doomsday, saying via the direct that he is, quote, very, very excited. It's really remarkable, actually, that I can talk about it because mostly I'm in a position of knowing and not being able to say anything. He added that playing Loki was an extraordinary chapter of my life, and it's not over yet. Talk of Avengers spiked earlier today when Marvel released an 8.5-hour ASMR clip dubbed Wolverine Breathing Exercise. I watched this. Is great. To mark National Stress Awareness Month. Really kind of them. Hugh Jackman is seen breathing in a video loop, which has a brief moment of him flashing claws at the halfway mark. And speaking of Marvel, filming is also continuing on the second season of Daredevil Born Again, with eagle-eyed witnesses spotting a boxing match advertisement for a Mayor Fisk versus Matterhorn match. Spoilers there for those of you who read the certain runs. The ad also indicates it's a charity boxing match for the benefit of the New York Born Again Revitalization Project. Avengers Doomsday is due out in cinemas in May of next year. Okay. Your thoughts on this, Sean? Did you get a chance to look at this footage? And what do you think about what it looks like if you did?
I gave it a quick look. Sometimes I try not to get too much into the world of leaks and stuff like that.
Totally.
Because I want to enjoy the movie as much as possible. The basic idea of it's being incursions, worlds colliding. That all sounds about right.
Yeah.
My immediate feeling about stuff like this is they started filming days ago and already we're getting set leaks. That's the frustration for me that I have criticized a bunch of Disney projects and a bunch of big studio projects for spending too much time in front of a green screen. And then they go outside and immediately we're taking pictures. And, this happened with Endgame, that we had pictures from the Battle of New York 2 years before the movie came out, where they had the bracelets on and stuff. This happened with
Force Awakens.
Exactly. If they go outside, people pull out from a mile away with their telescopic lens, and we're posting pictures of everything. It's on the internet instantly, and it's frustrating because you kind of create a scenario where they have to go into studios on sets to protect themselves from things being spoiled, and that. When you're making creative decisions about storytelling and how you're going to make your movie just to avoid spoilers on the internet, I think the internet and the fans are starting to hurt the storytelling process, and that's frustrating.
It's a fair point. You can only do so much. The other step is shooting down drones and having almost like a military, you know what I'm saying? Military style approach to it, where you've got special forces on the ground who are monitoring it. Get the whole cast from the crew from Lioness to be a part of this thing, to watch over it and to protect it, because it's really brutal when you look at this situation, and that right now there are sections of the fandom that don't care about spoilers, don't care. They want that information. They want to be they either want it because of their own selfish desires to know this kind of stuff, or they're so into the franchise, or they want to be the cool kid that's telling everybody what they saw and all that kind of for status. So you see that. So unfortunately, you can only do so much to stop it, especially, as you said, an open area there. Unless you're shooting down these drones, and I don't know how far up those drones are that you might not be able to detect them.
Right.
That you're really at a loss for what you can do. The shots are interesting. I saw speculation of where it might be, what particular place it might be alluding to. But I like the shots, but you're not going to get much from this shot other than an approach to what they're doing. So it's interesting.
Very vague concept.
Yeah, very vague. Yeah, exactly. So not too heavy. What do you think about the breathing exercise thing they released? Is that great?
Well, it feels like Marvel hired someone new marketing person to play around
Yes.
with their viral techniques because, of course, the Doomsday announcement with all the chairs. It's
Yeah.
such an odd choice that like everyone had an opinion on it, whether it was brilliant or you hated it. It was infuriating.
Yeah.
We have a mutual friend, Griffin, and the
Yeah.
whole time
Griffin. Oh, Griffin.
during that, he's texting me like, "What on earth are they doing? What is that? Like, why are they doing this? Why is it taking 5.5 hours?" But it got everybody talking. Like
Yes,
it
it did.
worked in getting the chatter. And then you kind of do something like this that it's like, we're going to post 8.5 hours of Hugh Jackman breathing. It's so weird, but
Yeah,
it's interesting. It's funny.
yeah.
Get you talking, and then tying it to anxiety awareness and things like that. You go,
Yeah,
okay,
which is great.
I don't maybe
Yeah.
maybe you're onto something with this of just kind of like playing around with the quirks of the internet and the way people interact with it and what gets people
Yeah.
talking.
It's already at 326,000 views. This thing from yesterday. So clearly people clicked on it thinking it was some kind of footage, but that enough people stuck around that maybe they tried it out, maybe they breathed with it. And I think the goal is a really cool goal in that, as I said, the world is crazy. Taking a moment to breathe before reacting, and especially for young people who are, who enjoy these heroes, enjoy these universes, maybe they're the ones who could look at a video like this and be like, okay, I'm going to breathe with my Wolverine hero. I'm going to breathe with Hugh Jackman, who I like. This will maybe help me. So you never know. As long as you put good stuff out in the world, you just never know how you can be helping people. And also, as you said, it's inventive and funny and out of the
Yeah.
box and interesting. So yeah, I kind of like that as well.